All right, welcome to the Soil Podcast. I am your host, Sarah McDade, and today I have a very special guest with me who is not only family, but I consider her a very dear friend of mine, and I look up to her so much through all of the things that she has done in her life, and so I'm excited to have you here to talk today. So, without further ado, this is Sarah Boucher or Boucher.
Boucher.
Yeah, I should know that after all these years. Bye, name. Sarah Boucher. So, Sarah, talk to us a little bit about what your brand is, what your passion is, and just kind of like your background with, we'll start with just kind of your homestead and what you've got going up north, because you used to live in Kalamazoo, and then kind of talk about how you guys made the move and decided to do that.
So we're from Kalamazoo. We're both born and raised, my husband and I, quite literally on the same street, just on opposite ends. So yeah, we're from Kalamazoo and we raised our 4 children here. But we always had this dream of moving out to the country and raising our children to have more space to run and kind of just be creative, have trees to play with. And it was just really just living in a small, tiny little house in almost downtown Kalamazoo, just really like put it into our faces that we really got to try to get out of here. But I'd say maybe 10 years ago, his family had a house in northern Michigan and we would travel there a lot through the winter. And we realized very quickly how much we loved that space and decided that that's kind of where we wanted to go. Yeah. So in 2022, we just decided to take a leap and kind of by accident, we were aiming more north. And this house came up and nobody was looking at it in a time where houses were going in 3 days. This house wasn't going anywhere. So it was just meant to be. Like, yeah, it is just literally our dream home. So we're on 7 acres in the Manistee National Forest. Kind of sort of have neighbors, but kind of sort of don't. And yeah, so we moved our 4 kids and our dream was to just expand on all the things that we loved. Gardening. We had been beekeeping for about 4 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just kind of like where our roots were, just with the gardening and beekeeping. But once you made the move, it just blew up from there. Like all of the different opportunities. Like we never thought about having fruit trees or chickens.
Oh, yeah.
And animals. And when you get into animals, it just becomes a problem.
It just, yeah, I was just going to say, it's like you start off with the chickens. And this is how we are right now. We start off with chickens. And I told Matthew, I was like, okay, we're getting goats. And then after that, I think Autumn wants a pony. You know, all these things. He's like, whoa, but it is. It's very addicting. And you just see kind of like the benefits of it. And even like the chores and stuff that are all like, that's huge too.
Yeah, totally. We made a promise like 2 weeks ago to not get any more fowl. And we went to the store yesterday and we ended up coming home with 6 more bucks. And we can make 50 excuses like why not to, but we still do it. So yep, a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've been there for almost 3 years now, which seems insane.
I can't believe that. Wow.
No. It'll be 3 years this July. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a museum.
I really don't know how many birds we have at this point. I am thinking probably close to 40.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got 2 bunnies and yeah, we've got dogs and chickens and a huge garden and
yeah.
Yeah. So
and are they all like free range?
For the most part, yes. So if we're home, totally. Yeah. If we're not going to be home, then we prefer someone to be there. So we've learned a lot of lessons. It's moving this far north and it's so, we are pretty remote.
Yeah.
So we thought country meant like pawpaw
Yeah. Yes.
or Creole. And we like put ourselves where people from Alaska come for a step down.
Well, literally, I feel like you guys are in Alaska sometimes.
Pretty freaking much. We have bear that comes to our yard.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I mean, I learned not to put suet out in the spring.
Oh, oh yeah. I would. That would be a learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have fox that will silently steal our chickens. We have Casper has had to battle an eagle to save one of our chickens.
Oh,
I know. And we've had that eagle sit on the rooftop of our house.
oh my gosh. It's like, hey. Oh, what else you guys bringing me?
Oh my God, do not. Oh, we have bobcats in the backyard.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So
Do we have a camera set up, like a trail camera or something?
we have trail cameras, but we don't have them set up yet.
You could have, some serious.
Yeah. So they do free range. Oh yeah. Every now and then it'll be like, so I thought we had 3 alligators. Where did the third one go? How long has she been missing? It's so bad. So we've had some losses. We've even had one of our kitties that came from Kalamazoo with us. Yeah. That was heartbreaking.
That would be.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Coyotes, we're pretty sure it was the thing, but that's, another issue.
Yeah. So learning curve going up there, huge. Like, I remember us talking a while back when you first moved there, and I remember you talking to me about the adjustments and being out there, and you're like, you are literally alone out there, like that feeling, like you were saying, like you're out in Alaska, like you're by yourself. And I remember that like, emotionally can take a toll on you too.
Yeah.
And you have to like almost accept that and let go and open your eyes to the nature around you.
Yeah.
To be able to like be okay with that. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Here in the city, whether you're in the middle of the city or you're on the outskirts of the city, but you're still in the city, like in reality, you're not, you're still city.
Yeah.
There's lights everywhere. Like, buildings have lights, like cars have lights, like there's lights everywhere. So there's no real darkness. There just isn't. And there's always an opportunity. Like, you can go to the hospital, you can go to the grocery store, you can go here, you can go do this. Like, you're never really without any again. But all of those things can potentially rob you of like the spiritual side of things.
Yeah.
It can rob you of like the magic.
Yeah.
The relying on like looking inward.
Yeah.
Or even looking outward, but having states in the spirit that's out there.
Yeah. And then being self-sufficient.
Absolutely.
And knowing like this is in our blood. We can take care of ourselves.
We're built to.
Yeah. And we've gotten so used to, for instance, everything happening right now for us.
Right.
That, we forget what a true dark sky lit by stars looks like until you're in Alaska.
Yeah, we really do. And going camping does not count when and the first year was okay. Like you're like on this high, right?
Mm-hmm.
We moved, we have all these like big ideas and everything is new. It's like the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
But then the next year was like, oh shit, reality.
Yeah.
And the dark sky didn't affect me so much in the summertime. But once Thanksgiving rolled around, I started having like these really weird panic attacks that would last for days. And the darkness scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Because of that dark early.
Can I cuss on this? Sorry.
Yeah, this is adults. Okay. We're adults here. Fuck.
I just concentrate really hard not to say panic words.
That's okay.
Yeah. The darkness, it had to take a long time to like figure out why I was having these panic attacks, why I was feeling so upset, what was going on. And I realized it's the darkness. I'm so afraid of it. And it was just a very interesting, like mind-blowing thing to come to terms with.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time with darkness. Like, shut up. It happens every day.
Right.
Yeah. Why now? Yeah. It is that is next level darkness. I has fallen off my front porch.
Oh my gosh. So you can't see your hand. It's like dark.
We don't have any like shade.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Yes, because it was so dark, and we're saying how the darkness is real out there.
It's real.
Yeah. Both probably like spiritually and physically too. Right?
One thing that was kind of funny when we were looking at the house, we met the owners.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful. They both are just like we just want to keep them forever.
Yeah.
They're an older couple, and they used to live in Alaska, and then they moved back to the Baldwin area because they just didn't want to deal with the winters there anymore.
Yeah.
And so they get like living
in the dark.
Yeah.
Or not. It wasn't a shock to them.
No, it wasn't. But when we talked to them before we left the house, she said the woods here are calm and safe, and you can walk into an area and you can feel if it's heavy, you can feel if it's safe, you can feel if something tumultuous has happened, you can feel like the energy of the area. And this land was very safe and not necessarily like happy, but it just felt calm and peaceful.
Yeah.
And so even though there's dark out there, Tide will walk into the woods in the middle of the night. Like, he's fully confident that, okay, yeah, there's things, but aside from those, dangers, like spiritually, it's very warm and comfortable. Yeah. So even though it's dark out, to me, I think it was just almost like space closing in on me. Not necessarily like there was an issue with the woods. It was just it was a transition I just wasn't ready for. This isn't dark. City's not dark. Yeah, it's nighttime. Nothing stops.
Right.
There everything is quiet.
Yeah.
It's always quiet, but the dark is even like a big heavy blanket.
Yeah.
So yeah, I walked out on my we have like a front deck, and the steps go off to the side.
Oh yeah.
And I just misjudged where the step was a little bit because I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah.
Obviously there was no moon.
Yeah.
But I fell right off. I fell right off my front deck. And I was like, got off the ground, and I was like, and nobody saw it. So there was nobody here to see this.
That's the darkness. That is for sure. And I just that's just that's funny. But when you were saying about like Ty like walking out into the woods at pitch black at night and knowing that there's animals and stuff that frequent there, that live there, that is their home. You're walking then into their home.
Yeah.
But like as far as like civilians and people and human, like the chaos of it all, it's
gone.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
Yeah. That to some people I can see where it's like that is really spooky. They like the traffic, they like the noise and stuff like that. When you get out there, totally an adjustment. But I think deep down that is good for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, even though, some people may be scared or be like, yeah, I'm never moving out of the country like that. Oh, I would never do that. But then if they were to take a retreat or something like that and go and experience that just a little bit and open up their mind, you don't realize how much of almost like a bubble that we are in here in the city.
Oh, yeah.
And when that's puffed, little ASMR for you.
Yeah.
When that's popped, it's like, oh my God. And then it's like that creepy feeling you get of like when you think of how big space is.
Yes.
Like it's like, oh.
Yes. Yeah. Very relative.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot. We've learned how city slicker we are.
Yeah.
And maybe, hopefully not as much now. Yeah. But we live in an area where, like, you have to probably drive 3 miles before you get a signal.
Oh, wow.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can go by the barn in this little pot. And if it's not windy and if it's warm out, the signal changes. Like, we've learned these things.
Oh, my God.
Because the power has gone out.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah.
Our puff doesn't work if the power's out. There's lots of things that we've learned and thought about. Like, okay, we have 2 generators. We have gas.
Yeah.
Aside. But there's been times that Tyler's been gone. And then the power goes out, and I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It'll come back on an hour. 4 hours later, he's not back.
Yeah.
My phone was at work. the power's off and I don't have to work the generator.
Yeah.
And the sun is going down and the kids are starting to get crazy. And so it's like, it really puts it into your face.
Yes. Yeah.
Because in town, you have service. You just call. You can find out what's going on with the electric company.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even do that. So there's so many situations that we've been in since we moved that have shown us how reliant.
Yeah. To adapt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how just like, here is so close. There's everything so close. Family's close. Everything is. And we haven't had to rely on ourselves for anything. So now with our lifestyle change, we've really had to, answer the hard question of how much are we really relying on ourselves and what are we doing to be sustainable and, bringing it all to, ourselves.
Yeah.
Instead of looking outward, that kind of goes towards.
I was just going to
herbalism.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love that. And that's why I want to dive in next. You have a stack of books here. And for those of you listening, I will be writing out these books on my Instagram. And you can also see the clips that we'll have in these, just for those who are just listening and not seeing. But anyways, talk about this stack of books you have here that obviously have helped you while you've been out there.
So this herbal journey I've been on, I guess I can't tell you how long, because when I really look back at like my childhood and things that my dad taught me, I think it's been going on. I think it's in my blood. Yeah. And I know that.
Yeah. And just to go off that for just a second, you are Native American.
Yes.
And would you talk a little bit about that? Because that to me is just something that I just find amazing. Yeah.
Well, so that's kind of a rabbit hole that we can all fall into. And I think once you, I think that there's a lot of romanticized ideas about being Native, but there were also some real topics that can be overlooked when you really look into the culture, and they're really hard topics to look straight in the face on. But my dad is from Southwest Texas, and one thing that I've learned over time is he raised us to know that we were Apache.
Okay.
From where he's from in Southwest Texas, there's a lot of mixed Tejanos and people, and some people identify one way, some people identify another, some people just don't want to talk about it anymore. And when you look back at the history, there's a lot of things. Sometimes it was better to be Mexican than it was to be Indian. So when you look at like census records and things, a lot of my family come out in census is they're white. They're not. And when you look at them, you look at how my family's lived and who they are and what was important to them, you can see the indigenous, and that is a fact. So my dad raised us to know that about ourselves. We tried to integrate things into our life. He tried to integrate things into our life so that we didn't lose that. But I think he himself had lost a lot of that. So he was rediscovering things about himself and his culture that had been lost and changed or whatever. So as I've gotten older, I think it takes a while to mature, and having babies and really looking at yourself, like having the time to look at yourself. I've come to realize that he raised my sister and I with certain values that I did not know were indigenous values. So as I've gotten older and looked inward and picked apart my childhood and things like that, there were so many things that I'm like, wow, like, yeah, okay, powwows on the weekend weren't just because it's shiny and pretty and musical. Like, no, that was our culture, going out to the desert and looking for certain things and identifying certain things and thinking about how helpful they are. Yeah, those were things that he did with us as kids. I overlooked those things until I got older. So, yeah, we are of Apache descent, but you're also of Irish descent as well. So on my mother's side.
Oh, wow.
So there's, so the books, I'm sorry, that just kind of goes.
No, and I brought that up, and too, and the word I want to say, I know I said I think that was awesome. What I meant is it's important.
Yes.
And I do think it's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It's special.
Yeah. And special. Those
is.
are all great words that, because I don't know. I've always had a soft spot, and, for Indigenous.
Yeah.
I'm not, but like, it fascinates me, and going into the herbal world and everything and just seeing this and you're like,
well, how do you know? Yeah.
I did a 23andMe test. You did? Yeah, I am German, Irish, French.
Okay, baby. Just you can have you and party.
Can I have, please?
No. All right. Yeah, I might be quoting this wrong, and I have had the worst time finding this, was a quote. It wasn't a quote. I don't know, for lack of a better word, I suppose, quote.
Yeah.
And this was like years ago when you were in the polar vortex. And my cousin sent me a picture of a sundog that he had taken this picture of a sundog.
Uh-huh.
And I was just mesmerized by it. And so I started looking into sundog, and there's a prophecy about the sundog. Now this is where I'm going to screw it up, because I guess the way that I will repeat this is how it resonated with me.
Yeah.
I'm not really great with like word for word.
Yeah.
But what I got from it was that, like, how do I think about how to write this? Red blood will be lost, but speaking of Native Americans,
mm-hmm.
the Indigenous,
mm-hmm.
Red blood will be lost, but it will come back in the hearts of white children. Oh, so the prophecy of the sundog is that you can try to erase red blood and the red heart and the red road, but the joke on white men now, not saying, white guy across the street, like, you don't know, but the colonizer mindset, the mindset, is that the red blood will come back through white children. And what that means is children will look at the earth as their mother and treat the trees as relatives and walk a red road thinking of how they can act in a good way, how they can think in a good way. And they will turn away from that colonizer mindset, for lack of a better word. I feel like it's so used. But
I love that. That is beautiful.
That's what I found about the sundog, and that's when I chose sundog and sage for my leather work.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what, that's it, because I don't have a red road paved in front of me, because I mean, like I said, my dad raised us knowing that we were Apache, but, there's so much that was hidden from him and so much that was taken from him that he didn't really, we weren't raised thinking like that so much.
Yeah.
So when I came back to it, it made 100%. I was just like, it just flipped. Dad, it was there this whole time. It was there this whole time.
Yeah.
And so, I just thought that was extremely, it was just fitting. Yeah. It just felt right.
No, absolutely.
I love the sundog. I value that. But, well, I know we were talking about books.
Oh, no, you're good. Like I said, I'm the one that brought that up, and I told you that we'll go off what needs to be said.
Well, and I really feel like it's important for people to appreciate Indigenousness, as to be able to see. And I think now there's a lot of different things. A lot of people are talking about it more.
Yeah.
MMIW is Murdered Missing Indigenous Women, and that is a movement that's being talked about a lot more.
Yeah.
And so I think with more social media and bringing awareness, it's bringing awareness, and generations that have like kind of turned a blind eye to these things, they just can't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There's more, I guess, accountability, I suppose, but I think that
it's coming through the hearts of like children like me and children, and it's the new generation that's coming up and saying, like, finally being able to see the truth. I love it and I have it. But anyway,
I found, so looking back into my history, that I've been on the plant path for a while, and I just didn't know it. And let's see, pre-pandemic, I met a really wonderful person, and she owned a vintage rose barn. and her name is Beth Earl. And she's one of my very best friends. I love her to the ends of the earth and back.
Yeah.
She is just literally one of my most favorite people.
She's amazing.
She is. And she's a wealth of knowledge. She has a giant heart. She's just a very wonderful, pure, good person. And so years ago at this point, we started spending time together. We would go on hikes, and we would do lots of different hikes and talk different plants and talk different things. And she's my mentor. She's taught me the foundations of what I know. And she kind of like re-sparked that in my brain and in my blood, encouraging me not to be nervous to look into that, like the heritage of mine.
Yeah.
So, okay. I said, okay. And she's taught me so many things, and she and I are not, she's Shawnee and I am not. We're not a part of the same.
I was just going to ask you if she was okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, geographically speaking.
Yeah.
But I am a Michigander, and my great grandpa's family's, from Iron Fountain, and, they're French Canadians. And so there's a lot that you can look into on that as well. So Michigan is my home.
Yeah.
So she taught me a lot, and I kind of went off on my own journey, and I always touch back with her, and I always go back and talk to her, and I always try to give her the credit, because without her, I'm sure I would have found my path, but she just kind of grabbed my hand and pulled me there.
Yeah.
So I always try to give her credit, but I learned a lot about different ways of studying herbalism, and you can study it and study it and study it.
There's so much.
You will forever be a student.
Yeah.
For anybody that says that they are a master of herbalism,
Yeah.
you better show me more than Culpeper has.
Right.
You better show me something more than Matthew Wood has put together, to be a true master and no longer a student. I have no idea when where that happens, because it's just,
there's so much.
there's so much.
Yeah. There's so much you can do.
There's so many levels. I mean, when you head into astrology and you get into energetics and you get into, whether you study Ayurvedic, whether you lean more towards American Indian, whether you lean towards Chinese or Greek, or, there's so many different levels of thinking when it comes to herbalism and the levels of it. So I find that I love to bounce in between my books.
Yeah.
When I have something of interest, then I'll start looking up different books I have, say. And Braiding Sweetgrass isn't really one that, it's not something you're going to look up. Oops, sorry. If you're not really going to look something up and find out, in this book, you're going to literally find mulberry or persimmons and to find out what it has to say. But Braiding Sweetgrass is more like the mentality around your relationship with plants.
Yeah.
So I always read this book.
Yeah.
Any downtime I have. I don't care if I read the chapter 10 times. I'll read it again.
I know. Like I said, I just started it, and it literally starts off in a way I just can't explain it. Like, it gets you like in the zone, and then it all ties together in the end of the story. And I don't know, I'm terrible with my words sometimes, but I can't, you have to experience it for yourself. The beginning of this book is very awesome.
Yeah. I have 2 books. Oh, I have a pretty one.
Oh, you have of the sweetgrass?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I have this one. She's been dropped in Lake Michigan. That's why she looks like that.
I actually prefer my books rugged, because I like the noise in it.
I bought a new book that was really pretty, and it has I don't know, looked like organic, but just beautiful paper.
Yeah.
And I had listened to her talk. So if you have a chance, there's a chance that she'll be back though, here in Michigan. So she's from New York, but she came to Chenery in July last year. And then she came back in November and had kind of a workshop, at KVCC.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know where I found it.
Yeah.
But if you ever have a chance to listen to Robin Wellkimmer, she just has a way of speaking that just, you don't have any other choice but to just be enamored with her.
Yeah.
And she reads her own book, I believe. So if you want to listen to her on audio, you'll get to hear her voice.
I love audio. I like to do both. They always like a hard copy, and because like when I drive too, it's like I need something. Yeah.
Some narrators will really suck. And
Oh yeah,
she
absolutely.
just got this voice of a mother. Just, she's wonderful. But yeah, I'm really glad that you're reading this because it is life changing. It is I try not to be obsessed with it. I don't.
It's okay. You can.
It is the best book. I know. Oh, yes, but I was in Menards and they had like 10 copies, but they were all on the back shelf. So I took all the front books and
Absolutely.
stacked them all on the front. So I don't know if Robin Wall Camera Lover, listen to this. I got your back, girl.
Yeah,
I got some back.
absolutely. She needs to be run.
I do that at Barnes and Nobles too. I'm like, how am I gonna bring that to the front?
Yeah.
I love this book, but yeah, it's.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm excited to know more about what you think.
Yeah,
as you
I know. And that's the thing is like I'm glad to know that there's an audio too, and she might be the one who's narrating.
I believe so.
Because that's how I do both, but like at night sometimes, like I'll make it to 2 pages and then I'm out. So like driving around, I either listen to a podcast or I like listen to my book. So going to do that literally. I might drive home today.
So I always refer to this book when I have a chance. It changes, it can change the way that will change the way that you look at plants. And that to me is the most important lesson here. I mean, there's many other lessons, but when you don't have indigenous language in your vocabulary, you don't look at the plants and the trees and the water and the animals and the rocks and anything as a relative.
Yeah.
Then you can dismiss it.
You don't have a spiritual connection to it. It's more like,
it's not even living.
Yeah.
Looking at a home that's built with wood.
Yeah.
And this here was a tree.
Yeah.
How long ago was it a tree?
Yeah.
Where did it grow?
Yeah.
And the life force that grew is the same life force that grows in us. And so it goes back to accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Plant medicine is a really beautiful saying, but when you don't look at them like they're a relative, like they're a person, when you call it an it.
Yeah.
A tree being an it. When you stop doing that, then there becomes this feeling that if you're going to take from it, then you also should give back, like a grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't take from your grandmother without thinking of doing something for her in return.
Yeah.
So there's accountability there. Reciprocity is what begins to be built.
Yeah.
And that's what this book is really about, is reciprocity. And I think that is a mindset that has been lost.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So breeding sweetgrass really breeds the obligation of reciprocity for me.
Yeah.
And how you can look at things and, know that they also have, like, I want to say feelings, but like, you're not going to hurt the feelings of the tree, but your intention, if it's negative, is where you received negatively and it turned, it will be a negative reaction. So,
well, it just reminds me, one time I had a friend tell me this, and I think it's my friend Carly. Carly, if you're listening, shout out. We were talking about plants and like keeping house plants and everything, and I just started to keep more in my house because at first I was not nice to my plants and they would die. But I have gotten to, since going into herbalism, I see them as like my children almost. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I see them and I'll talk to them.
Yes.
And there's like, my friend and I, we were talking, and there's actually, I don't know what study it is or anything like that, but it shows that like the atmosphere that the plant is around, if it's in like a negative household or around a bunch of negativity, that plant will literally start to wither or get like some kind of fungus or disease or something like that. And then, but if you speak to it too, and you project that energy to it, like as you're taking care of it, as you're moving it into sunlight or whatever, the plant will thrive. And like there was like some examples and stuff that we had seen. I don't know the exact study, but
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm sure that there's multiple studies on it, especially for cannabis growers, because they like to play music in certain times of the, I don't know, day, season, whatever.
Yeah.
And that vibration, that positive vibration from the music, oh yeah, just positive growth. But
It's not like what you're saying. Oh, yeah.
but if you look at like molecules of water, so you can't have a plant without water.
Right.
And if you speak negatively to water and you look at the molecules under a microscope, they're jagged and they're violent looking. But then if you turn and speak to it loving and put loving intention into it, then it looks more like a snowflake. It has balance. That's beautiful. Composition of it changes.
Wow.
So if you think of like that too, like all of these things, it matters.
Yeah.
Energetics matter. Yeah, feeling matters.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Don't be like watering your plant while cussing at it. You're like shooting daggers into it.
Maybe, but you gotta come back around later,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not always sunshine and rainbows.
Oh, no.
I tell Jupiter, my 10-year-old, he's a feral child, but he's also like filled with guts and gore.
Yeah.
And so he will get a stick and run through the woods and he'll be like chopping things down and whacking bushes and I'll tell him like, you need to chill out.
Yeah.
Are you being respectful? That tree's not whacking you. And he's like, oh, cat.
Right.
And he just like whacks more things. And then sure enough, a root will catch him. And slant. Okay. Face plant. And like he'll fall into a prickly bush. And I can like, okay, how many more times do I have to tell you? Be respectful. Don't erase branches. Don't whack trees. Don't, rip these leaves and chop this tree. Like, come on. Be a little bit more respectful because that's growing there.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
You're right.
I'll fall into this pricker bush and like, stupid tree. And I'm like, no, that was you.
Yeah.
That was you.
Mm-hmm. That was all you needed.
It was on it. Yeah. So, well, it's okay. It matters.
It does. Yeah. No, I agree. 100% it matters. And what's this? So you've got this and then, which one do you want? And you just said, woo. So
I'm kind of praying to say this. I found a funny story about that book.
Oh.
So I know you said you put these books online, but these two books in particular are super old. This one's really old. This is the Herbalist.
Yeah.
And there is a Native American sort of chief, I guess, on the front of it. And Meyer is the author. Okay, I don't know when this was. Joseph Myers, author, 1934.
Holy cow.
So back that long ago. Wow, you would not find any indigenous people writing books.
Oh,
Yeah. So stories and lessons and things were taught by word of mouth. In the wintertime, you have a lot of time to trade stories and certain things. But what I understand, now if anybody out there knows different, please correct me. But from what I understand, he went and took different accounts from different native tribes of herbology, different things, different botany. Oh my gosh. Different information. And he put it into this book. And this was his way of giving credit to where it came from.
Oh.
So I don't know whether or not that's true. That is what I was told. I don't know.
Can I see it?
I don't even remember where I found it, but I'm pretty sure it was an estate sale or something. And
wow. And an estate sale?
Yep. So I carry that in my backpack, and I probably shouldn't because it's so old, but it is one of my favorite books. And
Joseph E. Meyer. Wow.
It does have some valuable information in it, but I think I use it the most for helping me identify things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
And to be real, for luck. Yeah. It's just one of my favorite things to bring with me.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. I love it.
So I do.
Yeah.
In the Etymology of North America.
Okay. Yeah.
This book.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's just everybody in my family knows about this book.
Yeah.
So this book came from our library.
Oh. I see where we're going with this.
No. I'm so sorry, library. I hope you don't come across this. Okay, to be fair, I went in, I found this book. Yeah, I brought it home. I fell in love with it. Yeah, she's mine.
Yeah.
It had not been checked out in a very long time.
Okay.
And I went back into the library. I said, look, this hasn't been checked out in years.
Yeah.
And it says $10 on it. Oh, can't buy this book. She said no. And I said,
she said no.
Yeah. I said, why not?
Yeah.
And she said, well, because what if someone wants to read it? And you can buy it online. And I said, no. So what you have to understand about some of these books is that language has changed.
Yeah.
Language in herbalism has changed.
Oh, for sure.
So if you go back to Socrates, if you go back and look at, Culpeper, and you read a book from him that hasn't been modernized, the language is completely different.
Wow.
Just talking about, say, like toxins. Toxins, if you go back to, say, early 1900s, it would be called bad blood. If you go back even further, there's just different terminologies that have changed over time. So when you take a book that's pretty old and you modernize it, it's just not the same.
Yeah. What do they call it? They with the new edition, you remastered some new edition or something. Yeah.
So when I found this book, I was like, she's old.
Yeah.
And it's not changed. And all of these terms that I'm learning are in there legitimately. So when the library, okay, fine. So I was like, fine, you could take your book back.
Yeah.
I gave the book back. And I waited. How many months did I wait? Oh.
You amped them.
The library
I think the next day. Yeah.
Why, 24 from March to June. But I went back over and over again to check to see if it was still there. Because I said, I can't buy this online. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Anyways, nobody touched it. So I went back and I had to have a talk with myself. And I just came to the conclusion that I'm not letting this book go.
Yeah.
So I owe you $10.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Look the other way.
Yeah, exactly. We're all for you doing that case.
Emma Hutchins is the author of this book. And again, she goes and she gives enough credit that's just warms my heart to indigenous cultures and talks about a little bit of the struggles and I guess oppression that kind of goes along with history. But what we don't realize is that Russian herbalism and North American herbalism go hand in hand. So when you look at Russian traditions in the herbal world, they're the same. Their beliefs are the same, very similar. So much matches up. Some of it's actually really different, but so she puts the perspective in here of the Russian experience.
Oh, wow.
So I just thought that was incredibly fascinating. So I reference this book so much that I feel guilty because I can tell that I'm wearing on it.
Oh,
so that book is
wow.
You can find it, but you want to find like an original book on like eBay.
Oh, okay.
Etsy.
Yeah, because it's definitely been.
This is from the 60s or 70s.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and you just tell. Oh, I love it. What does it say? And does it say
69?
Oh yeah. And wow, first published 1969.
So I don't know what
second edition with edition 4. This one
it would be 73 for this one.
Well, still, now jumping ahead, it'd be like the 20th edition, and yeah. I get what you're saying there. As time goes on, people try to revert. If things, like you said, and some things get lost too, because they're
plants change,
and then yeah. Elderberry, just.
This is probably one of my favorite. It is literally my favorite book. It's by my bedside. It's this and this are at my bedside, and I don't usually take them out just because I don't take this one out just because I feel like it's irreplaceable. I assume that's where you'll send the library. That's the library.
What you gotta do, what you gotta do. Absolutely. No, I totally get it.
You're so wrong for that.
Yeah.
You can't show your face in the library ever again.
Yeah.
That's why I went back last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I bounce back and forth between these books when I'm curious about something.
Yeah.
And I find that they always give me good information. This one maybe not so much, but this one for sure.
Yeah, that one for sure. And then this one, the Herbalist, this is just such a cool one.
In the back of this one has like old recipes for
fagotage, really.
Yeah, and I don't.
Wow.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like there must have been a catalog where you could buy these things.
Yeah.
Because it tells you
New exquisite face powder
$2 per box.
per box.
Yeah. You might find the back of this interesting because a lot of it is beauty related.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Silent Night perfume. Yeah. No, that's sweet. No, it's something I need to go to an antique store and look at the book section and see if we could find an.
We can always borrow it really well.
Okay, okay. Might told her a while. Somehow, although we get that, it'd be like in the library. It'd be like, sorry, I got my breakfast. Or they'll eat it.
I have been there.
But so this is awesome. So this has helped you on your herbalism journey, helped you to reconnect with your history and all of that and feel more connected like you always, like your dad showed you. Definitely you didn't realize, obviously, 'cause when we're kids, we're just kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
what event are we doing now?
Right.
Then now, like, yeah, after having our own kids and after, going through life and your eyes being opened through different life circumstances, it is amazing how we're brought back to the earth, yeah. So to the roots, yeah. So tell me about your brand that you have started, and then talk to me a little bit about some TikToks that you've done recently and some adventures that you're like looking forward to do.
So I've created Of the Earth Homestead. I can say but my husband's a huge support. Yeah. He doesn't want to ever be like in the front of anything.
Yeah.
He just is happy to be in the back and coordinating everything. But so everything I might say but really it's we.
Yeah.
And so we've created Of the Earth Homestead. And really it was like we've talked so many times about like how do we want to present like our home and to other people, and we have a big sign like on our garage that the kids painted that say Hippie Hill.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like forever we just called it Hippie Hill because everybody's barefoot. And when people show up, they sleep and are quiet or take it all in, and it's like you can see this sort of like cloud just like go away, and then it kind of brings them back. Mm-hmm. And so we just like the idea of being hippies, but we're mad at back, but like I don't know what that even means anymore, so it but it needed to have more like it needed to have a little bit more meaning about like who we are. We're very earthy people.
Yeah.
We are very in tune with earth. We are very in tune with water. We are very in tune with air and fire and ether and all the elements. And so we wanted to find something that could translate that.
Yeah.
And I have a list of all the things that I want to make or I've made and I love or just ideas.
Yeah.
And when I was trying to think of a name, I was looking at this and I realized, okay, like candles out of chicken eggs. Okay. Well, the chicken and then the beeswax and then like the hemp cord, it's all from the earth. Okay. So then like as we're going through this list, I realized like this is all from the earth.
Yeah.
It's all of the earth. So
pause. Candles out of chicken egg?
Girl, I'll send you the video. It's not my own idea.
Oh my god. When you said that, my brain stopped at that. I was literally just thinking, what?
So like my owl eggers, they get big old eggs.
Yeah.
And if you tap the top, so I like try to preserve the beauty of the egg.
Yeah.
So I'll just take the top off and take the yolk out
and
then I wash them out and then I just dry them. So what I did was I took pure beeswax.
Yeah.
And poured it into the chicken eggs.
Okay.
And then put a hemp cord.
Yeah.
You could do like a wood wick or whatever. You can do regular, but I found that the little wicks that have the metal on the bottom, they just suck.
Yeah.
They just suck.
Oh yeah.
So, I made little candles and we have this little like, I don't know, glass egg tray that you just put eggs in, so if it's like 6. And so we put them in there, lit them, and they get really hot. So
yeah.
But
oh my gosh, That's so full.
We had one of the smallest eggs burned for like 4.5 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
egg candles. It was just a cute Easter idea. I saw it somewhere.
No, that's so cool.
I think it's like what, like Meadowlark or some Instagram that I just adore, and she posted a video of making these, and I was like, well, actually, I think she made like little baskets out of the egg.
Oh,
And I put little flowers in it on a tree. Oh, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Okay, so kind of like
yeah.
from there.
But I literally thought you meant like, I was thinking of like you taking scrambled eggs and putting it in with beeswax and making the egg chicken egg. I know. I was like, okay.
Bad food digestion. Yeah, I guess.
I don't think you should be putting that, but no.
Egg candles.
Gotcha.
I guess I don't even know. Yeah, I sell candles. That's how I should like.
I'm saying right now. Oh, okay. I trust you. I believe you.
Yeah. So we just kind of looked at the things that we love, and tea and salves and herbals are a part of my life every day. So that is huge. That's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
So of the Earth Homestead. And I really just want our brand to feel like home.
Yeah.
I'm so ADHD and like my brain is everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm wildly inconsistent.
Me too. Well,
that I can't, when I thought about this, I was like, I cannot have something too polished because I will F it up.
yeah.
I just will.
Yeah.
So it just,
And you want to be like raw and real. And like, I feel like people, they want to resonate with the,
yes,
not the, goodness gracious, I'm sick and tired of just like this super polished
look
all the time where it's like, okay, that is your aesthetic or whatever, like, please.
What is the aesthetic girl like? That's not, okay, some people, sure, you can have that. But in reality, no farmstead is clean.
Oh God.
And dustless.
Yeah.
It is not a thing.
Oh, that
it's dirty.
Yes. Yeah.
It's freaking dirty. Yeah. My pretty nails have dirt underneath them.
Oh yeah.
It's dirty, dude. Yeah. Like it's not. And that to do that beforehand to make it so polished and so perfect, it takes so much energy that by the time you actually want to like do the things you enjoy, you're just so pooped.
Yeah.
So I want this to be of the earth, like as natural as I can. Make it such shit pretty, I guess. But like, I'm not gonna have makeup on every time.
Oh God.
And you might get a butt shot in my video, but like so. I just have to be as homey as I can.
Yeah.
And like when people come into my home, I say the bathroom is that way, the cups are here, and the refrigerator is there. Help yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't ask me if you can use the bathroom. It's there. That's a human right. Go to the bathroom. I don't know. You know?
Please.
So I think that like this is my home. Yeah. I want you to feel at home. I want to provide people with things that help to nourish their bodies and give them confidence and help them feel loved and show them that they can too also do this and what it means and how it can change your life. So my brand is probably inconsistent and wild
but it's of the earth and
dirty,
wild,
dirty.
Yeah.
So,
love it.
It's home, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to make it like home.
Yeah. So tell us about your sourdough journey.
Oh.
I love your videos of those. I think your personality just shows so much in all of those, and it's great. I love it.
So I don't give a shit about fucking sourdough. Yeah, I don't care. But my husband is a baker, and he's a cook. And
is he really a baker?
Dude, he's what? Like, I can't go anywhere because he screwed up like my palate forever.
Oh yeah.
I can't go anywhere and enjoy anything because I'm like, my husband could make it better.
Well, that Matthew with steaks, like here, real steak, I am forever ruined. And we get like fresh meat every year, and like
forever.
I'll go out to a fancy restaurant and it'd be like, close to $100 for at the end of it. I'm like, that why tasted like crap.
Yeah. Next time let's go buy Wagyu.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, he is a primetime cook, And he's really developed this love for bread. And I love bread, but I'm dying. I am, like I said, I got ADHD and I'm all over the place and I burn rice. So I am not in charge of that.
Yeah.
But he does have some memory loss issues. So he's like, I want sourdough, but he tried it for like a month and he'd screw it up and he'd forget. And then his sister sent us sourdough starter and that went to shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to put my energy into this for you. And once I get it started, then you can take over.
Boom. Yeah.
Okay. So accountability, like TikTok and social media,
I know.
holds you accountable if you start something.
Yeah.
If you care.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I got it. I kind of cared for 4 days and then I was like, whatever. So
Yeah.
we got 10 days in and then I put them in the pantry
Yeah.
to just clear some space for something we were doing.
Yeah.
And I forgot.
They didn't like that. Yeah.
So I don't know if you can scoop mold off the top and keep going. I don't know. He did it. So at that point, he was like, babe, I'm going to take over from here.
Oh, okay.
I got through 10 days of it. So
Nice.
I don't know what he did with that mold, but we still have 3 jars.
Yeah. Wow.
If we die, you'll know why. I
don't know. Yeah. That's, again, learning curve there. At least you know some medicinal herbs that might have.
I don't care about sourdough. Yeah. I just feel like it's so delicious. It's wonderful. It's delightful.
It's good for you. My sister Allie makes sourdough.
Oh,
Every week. Really? Every week, yeah. She gives us bread. It's sandwich. She makes sandwich bread and they have kitchen bread. I told her, yeah, start selling it. But she loves it so much. It's one of those things that it's like she likes doing it for us and family, but then you turn it into a business and it takes it away.
Yeah.
So she didn't. She said, no, I just enjoy doing it for family. But it's amazing. Like, and it is a full task, and she does. She too, they have, 5 girls. She homeschools them and she does all that. But that's her passion. That's like herbalism to you, like that's sourdough to her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you have to have that focus.
Exactly. Because at first she gave me a starter. When she told me she'd give me a starter, I was like, I'm not going to even do this. Because it would have been like, there's no way. I would have gotten so mad and chucked it out my window.
Yeah. Really. So I never did that for myself.
Yeah.
I even made a video that I was like, I'll let you in on a secret. I'm not doing this because I give a damn.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for my husband.
Yeah.
And I hope. We'll see. I don't know. I think he's kind of forgotten too, so we might just have gotten through that for nothing. I don't know.
It just turns into this living thing. They're like, wait a minute, that's not one of our birds.
They're plopping around the kitchen and creating havoc. I don't know. It would be nice to have sourdough, but I think that we are so excited about so many things that, if it works, it works. Like,
maybe you'll swing back around and do it again when things go down.
He is prime time though, baker. I mean, he makes bread. He's gonna be upset because he did it last night. He made jalapeno bread for me.
Ooh,
jalapeno cheddar. I know. He's very good. I'm very proud of him. He is a great baker.
That's awesome.
A great cook. So good.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. So no, shout out.
Hey,
Shoot, really? Yeah. He develops it a lot, like as our kids got older and could eat more things and interested in more things. But yeah, he's awesome.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and then also you have your leather work that you do too, and your jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, those are so pretty. Like one of these days, I'm gonna get my hands on. I'm like,
you don't have anything?
No, it's both of our ADHD kicking in because I'm like, send me the colors and I'll put them together. I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. And then we both go see each other. Yeah.
We don't do it.
And and then I see them that you post and then, so no, it'll happen for sure. But
that bugs me because I was going to bring you a pair of earrings and I was like, no, I'll just get the kids some fun stuff.
It's all right.
Well,
it's all time.
I have a couple of pairs that I was thinking of, so maybe I'll just hop one in the mail. Hey, well, for you. I can't believe you don't everything. Hi,
Voodoo. It's all good. It's all good. But that you do make beautiful stuff, like your leather and everything. And I can tell that that's another one of your passions that you put into that, your heart and soul. And they're so cool too. Yeah, and they're beautiful. I've said it so many times, but
Sundogging stage is that. So at the beginning of the year, Ty said, you kind of got to narrow things down.
Yeah.
What's your priority? And at that time, we hadn't really come up with Of the Earth Homestead yet. Last year, I wanted to find a way to be a part of our community. So an exciting part of moving from big town to small town is it kind of, in my mind, I thought I had an opportunity to be a part of something that mattered.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a part of this small community. I've never been a part of a small community before, though. So I didn't realize how hard it is to actually, like, you got to, and usually time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they, Baldwin, Michigan started their first farmers market last summer.
Oh, wow.
And I kind of just started communicating with the lead of that and told her I wanted to be a part of it. And just kind of got the ball rolling with getting to know more of like the Chamber of Commerce and certain people in that business district that play big roles in the community. And so I got to be a part of the farmers market, and I brought Sundog and Sage, which is leather and beadwork. But at the beginning of the year, like I said, Ty said, you kind of got to narrow things down. And, you know, beadwork is my meditation.
Yeah.
It forces me to slow down. It forces me to concentrate on what I'm doing, because if I don't, I make mistakes. So it kind of takes me out of all the worries and the things that can consume me. And so I would do that whether or not people buy it.
Yeah.
It's just something I love.
Yeah.
Same with leather work.
Yes.
It's just my artistic outward expression, but it takes me away from the outside world. So he said that he suggested that I still make those things that I love and still put it out there, but not try to focus so much on trying to sell it at a market or put it in different stores, which I have some items in Nature Walk and I have some items in Northport.
Nice.
And it was really exciting, but it took a lot for me to create,
fulfill
things.
Yeah. And it almost puts a pressure on you.
Yeah.
That's like me and my products.
Yes.
Like I love making them because, like you said, that I have to focus on my formulas and everything like that. And I enjoy making them, and just the process. It's very therapeutic to me. But then people are asking me about like wholesale, and I put stuff in my shops and stuff like that. I'm like, that's hard. That's talking about mass production. And honestly, I don't need that. And I don't need a big, thing. I'm just looking for the amount of people that want it at restock, and so I resonate in that way.
And there's so much value to it too. Like with your product, like people don't know how to make these things. They don't have the time to make these things. They don't have the know-how or the confidence. So it's really amazing to find someone like you that can make these incredible products that make you feel beautiful, make you feel healthier, increase your hair growth, and you find these amazing results with your skin and your hair. And that is always, I feel like, what people are searching for.
Yeah.
But to mass produce them, really, I don't know. I think there's a way to do it, but it can't be on such a grand scale, because then it takes the Sarah out of the soil.
Yeah.
And I would be really sad to see that.
Yeah. And same thing, like Matthew too. He was like, just focus on your community, and just put it out there, and it's first come, first serve. And when it's sold out, it's sold out. And it takes the pressure off me, because I can't have, that's not my only baby that I have, I physically have my babies, my family too, to focus on, but they're not that, mother stuff too. Anyways, not to talk about me. Let's bring it back to you.
But after this, I want to tell you something. Remind me to tell you about the old lady that makes the gun holsters in the barn.
Okay. The old lady that makes gun holsters in the barn.
Yeah.
I'll forget it.
Okay.
Now.
I won't. I'll remember it. I'll remember it. But, so it was maybe a hard pill to swallow. And he said, like, what are your priorities?
Yeah.
And that's always something that will never go away. My beadwork, my leather will never go away.
Yeah.
So, it kind of like relieved me a little bit of that burden of trying to figure that out.
Right.
And allowed me to create Of the Earth Homestead. Now, Of the Earth Homestead primarily is our farm stand. That's what it is. It's our farm stand.
Yeah.
We have this pretty little farm stand that we're building at the end of our driveway. Our driveway is really long. So I want this farm stand to be like I don't want to say pillar, but maybe a staple in the community where people can find spices, find teas, find healing salves, but inevitably get in contact with me.
Yeah.
So to create this relationship with my community. So like,
and the trust and knowing what they're getting is pure. And
exactly. And to find someone that has good knowledge but is willing to work with you on a level that just encourages your body to heal itself, not to replace something or, say like your body's broken, so you need this, because it's not. It just maybe needs encouragements or balance in one area or another. So I'm hopeful that this farm stand creates a relationship between my family and our community and can bring more relationships so that I can offer the things that we do. So Homestead is just what we are. Yeah. But really this is around our farm stand and the markets and the relationship between us and our community. So
and it's cool because it's like I can tell that you're very passionate about it. All your kids are involved too. On the homestead, and then Ty is too. And his birthday the other day, I shot him a text and I was like, "Hey, I'm excited for your homestead." And he goes, "Oh, girl, there's so much more to come." I could just hear it in my head. I was like, "I'm excited for you guys." Like, that's so cool.
It is. We're really excited. I think the transition from moving from big city to small town really took some time, and we're not done transitioning, believe you me. But this kind of gives us a little bit of roots to plant, and I don't think that we're floating around so much now. We're kind of like, okay, this is our goal. This is what we want to provide. This is, what we want to show the community. This is what we want to teach people and offer. And I think that's really exciting. So it's a mix. It's a mix of crafts. I'll probably have some leather keychains or something little and small that's easy to make. No big deal. I probably won't have any earrings out there just because they're
those. They're a little bit more, I don't know the word, like not upscale, but kind of like they're a little bit more, take time.
They don't go with a farm stand. Delicate small seed bead earrings. And they're my daddies. So I'm not putting them at the end of my driveway.
I wouldn't.
But we're excited. I feel like it allowed us to plant some roots and have like a solid goal in working towards something that the community can recognize us by. Because Sundog and Sage did that, but it's kind of neither here nor there. Like fishermen don't come into town wanting beaded earrings, right? Like this is a fishing town, right? There's a lot of tourism. They're not coming to look for leather wallets. They're coming to look for what's made in the area. At farmers markets are really big. So creating things that are from Baldwin, from our homes, from our homestead and handmade, and brings back those old ways of thinking and those traditions. That's what we have to offer. So
I love it. I love it so much. Well, wrapping this up then, if you let me sing him, fine, so wet. So if you had to describe it, okay. Because you talked about that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, let's do this one. So I've got one question I like to ask people on here. What's one piece of advice that you would give to someone just starting on their maybe homestead journey? Like they're wanting to start homesteading and they don't know where, and they live in the city. They're like, I want to do this, but I'm scared, or I don't know how. What would be your advice to them? And it's a lot, but
I think the one thing that stands out in my mind the most is that there are no rules. If you talk to somebody about wanting to homestead and they immediately jump into, well, you must have this and this and this and this, and then immediately back up, they are not for you. There are no rules. You can homestead in an apartment with a balcony patio. You can. It's a mindset. Homesteading is a mindset. Now, if you're talking more like, how do I get out of the city and make the transition to small town, rural, middle of nowhere texting? No risk, no reward.
Just jump.
Sometimes you just have to jump. And I don't mean that to jump blindly.
Right.
Be responsible, of course, but you know, when we put our house up for sale in Kalamazoo, we had no idea what we were doing. We didn't know where we were going. It was a bus or it was a house.
Yeah.
Whichever came first was what we said.
Yeah.
And that's pretty risky.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty risky. But we put out good intentions, and we sold our house with the idea in mind that it had to go to somebody who wanted to love our neighborhood, who wanted to love our home, and we were not out for getting money on it. We didn't have people do, you know, bidding wars. We did not. We wanted to know who was going to have our home, and she didn't have a lot of money. She didn't have a lot of extra money. We didn't ask for more money. She offered very small amount over, and we inevitably took that money and put it into an insurance plan for her to make sure that the what are they called? The utilities held up for her. If they didn't, then it was fixed.
Wow.
So really, we wanted like this person to be set up for success, and we used our hearts in it. So we hoped that the same would be done for us. And it really was. These people lowered their price $90,000 so that we could have our home.
Holy crap.
So sometimes you just have to have faith.
Yeah.
You have to have faith in your dream, and you have to have confidence in yourself that that you're moving in a direction that's better and that's honest and true. And I feel like if you have good intentions and you're honest and you work hard, then you can go from the city to a homestead. You can. And there are no rules. You do not have to have a garden. You don't have to have chickens. You don't have to have goats. You don't have to have a tractor. You don't have to have a freaking wheelbarrow if you don't want. We just love a wheelbarrow. We've been doing this for years. We just have a damn wheelbarrow. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah.
So I don't think there are rules.
Yeah.
I think that it is what you make it. And it's a mindset. It's learning how to be self-reliant. It's learning how to value traditional thinking. It's learning how to heal yourself. And most importantly, it's learning how to live with reciprocity between you and the natural world.
Yeah.
So if you can adapt to that mindset and embrace it, that's homesteading.
Yeah, to me. I love that. Oh, no, that's great. Wow. Bravo. That was answered. No, that was so beautiful. I can get on my way to Todd. No, I love it. I love it. Seriously.
I have to sit on a soapbox.
It's amazing. Maybe down the road you'll write a book too.
Oh, now love it.
What?
It'd be like fishing, herbalism, right? Matching socks that I don't have on. What a girl.
Homesteading for the ADHD.
Okay, maybe. You can help me write that.
Very good. Yeah. It's going to like talk 2 sentences and we're going to jump to the next page.
Well, whole chapter day squirrels. Yeah, it's just...
And it'll be nothing. It'll actually just be tricky. Yeah. But awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on our podcast. And I am very excited to continue to watch your guys' journey in your homestead of the earth homestead. You can follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Instagram. That's it. That's all I need. Honestly, that's all you need. All right. Well,
thank you for having me. I love this. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.